myself and 7 other students, I think, came to DC. We had a goal in mind to create an alumni network for communities and schools. Really, we just had the goal, and we were allowed to flesh out our ideas on paper for just about a full work day, 9 to 5. We came up with several different ideas on how we would make the effort to create the network. We considered utilizing social networking. We considered making membership opportunities for past alumni. We considered corporate sponsorships. We were given some materials that compared communities and schools to other leading nonprofits in the nation. And essentially what we were trying to do was to establish a support network for communities and schools alumni, because we are with them, holding their hands throughout, in some cases, elementary, middle, and mostly high school. But unfortunately, once communities and schools alumni graduates, they really don't have too much interaction with mentors unless they have established those on their own. So the goal of the alumni network would be to strengthen the nonprofit via mentorship opportunities, via possible internships, service opportunities, and other chances to just network with other alumni.
Well, basically, Imani, she let us know of the opportunity to come here and help evaluate or take a look at what was going on for this kind of evaluation event on how these different groups would come in with a scenario and how they would approach it. So me and Janelle and I took the opportunity to come here because, as Janelle was saying, this is something that correlates to directly to what we're doing, because I'm also placed at the Washington Street Community Center, and I also focus on helping. It's an after-school program that focuses on CRCT prep and other homework areas that kids do need to focus on, and it's really, because I work with the kids, I see the need for a direct intervention with them, because a lot of them come in with an attitude of they don't want to work, or they don't want to do anything because they don't see past where they are now. And programs such as this, with getting the alumni connection, that's something, if a student is aware of that, they can see a clear path from that point to the next point, and think more long term, so they can have something to a goal in mind that they can strive forward.
My name is Christopher Devon Bennett, and I'm a freshman economics major from the Bronx, New York.
I am Malcolm Morse, sophomore political science English double major from Washington, D.C.
And I am Martavius J. Leonard, freshman international studies major from Thomaston, Georgia. And we are the Innovative Strategic Partners, and we are here to promote or propose some ideas that will help to enhance the brand of CIS. Now, a quick agenda of what we're going to do. We're going to have an overview, which will consist of an organization analysis or organization background. We'll have comparisons of community and schools in comparison to Habitat for Humanity, Salvation Army, and Hyper International. And we will also pinpoint the successful strategic plans that we have for your organization, and we will end with a conclusion of the ways we can move forward.
Initiative that we want to pull out, and so we created a sample commercial to show you all.
Communities in schools, empowering students to stay in school, learn, and prepare for life. Communities in schools works within the public school system, determining student needs and establishing relationships with local businesses, social service agencies, healthcare providers, and parent and volunteer organizations to provide needed resources. We have already had a successful impact in our community, with
currently helping get them into the 7th grade. And then lastly, we have a sample brochure that we will hand out to the surrounding high schools and our respective high schools and other schools that we want to target.
As well as, like we spoke earlier about, is to be able to network with the alumni, with the CIS high school students, maybe juniors and seniors who are looking for internships or going to college. So what we're going to do is, this offers them a way to give back, as well as provide internships, like aforementioned, as well as scholarships.
In conclusion, imagine a CIS where the alumni come back and give back to the community, where you're able to add on to your 85% graduation rate and your 70% college acceptance, trade school acceptance rate. You can do this by following the 4 steps that we said: creation of an Excel database, to house alumni information, an alumni network that keeps alumni sufficiently informed, relationships with corporate partners, maybe the board of directors, or intermediary organizations such as the United Way, and membership packages that will encourage alumni to join in and contribute. Thank you.
It is, while Communities in Schools isn't as well known as some other nonprofit organizations, it's very respected. We have good numbers, we have good results, and it's needed today. There was a showing of Waiting for Superman. It was my first time seeing it, and Janelle and I both were very emotional, along with other people in the room, because there is an epidemic in America of people just not being able to have access to a fair and a good education. So I think Communities in Schools is an invaluable organization, and I can't imagine Emory not wanting to get more involved once they see its other campuses getting involved as well.
To touch on what Imani was saying about trying to integrate Communities in Schools with the Bonner program, I think that would be an especially good thing to integrate, seeing as how the schools that we are integrated in, because of our Bonner placement, need such things. Directly, there is such, because as you said, there was a 41% dropout rate, which is crazy. So the need is definitely there for a system to be in place that would be a potential solution to this problem, and would also link them to undergraduate schools, giving them a better chance for higher education.
You can open up to education from all types of people of all different backgrounds. So once we can build that connection, doors are going to open for a lot of people.